So today, for the third episode of Spirit Text in less than five, thought I'd join you from the beach. Look how nice it is around me. I mean, I can feel the breeze, and you can see the excitement on my face. Thought we would try something new, although this is probably not new because everybody on Zoom has known how to do this for years, and I'm experimenting with different ways of producing this YouTube greatness, and you'll have to bear with me. So, I'll cut the BS. Let's talk about it today. Today, I want to talk to you about an alternative to Zapier that I found very useful over the years. Not to say I use it exclusively, because I still find use for Zapier. It's an industry leader for these types of things for a reason. Just real quick for those of you that don't know what Zapier is. So Zapier basically allows you to take different third-party applications and connect them. And really, it's what we do here at Spiritech as well. And I've used tools like this well before I started my own consulting company here uh, for different things that I needed in my day to day. And by the way, for both, corporate use, my job, different jobs actually, and then also for personal. Think things like I need to send an email every time somebody has a keyword in that email, or it's addressed to a certain person, or if there's a criteria like an attachment, do this. So if an email comes in with one of those conditions, maybe add it to a Google Sheet, maybe send another email to somebody else, maybe create a record in a CRM, or you get the idea, right? And it's very easy. Zapier is great, but I found that sometimes you can get just as far as you want, and then you're missing something. You're missing one little thing that you're trying to do. Um, Enter Zoho Flow. So I'll have a link at the bottom of this video just for quick transparency. I am a Zoho affiliate, so should you guys proceed with doing a trial and then buying it, I do get a little bit of commish, but that's not what it's about because it's more about creating flows. So, with all of that said, I think it's time that we actually navigate over to it, and I'll show you what it is because I just burned a minute and probably two of my Spirit Tech lesson five. So, I am going to present to you right now. Here we are. Okay, so if you take a look here, a couple interesting things that I want to show you. So this is Zoho Flow main view. The dashboard is going to give you kind of an idea of like all of your different um, workflows that you currently have implemented and whether they were successful or not. Any failures will jump right away at you. And if I want to just take a look at, say, the last month, because today nothing really ran, or let's do current month. So you see, this is when each of my different flows, and if I highlight them, it'll show me when it was executed or when it was run. And these are the current one in question. Now, for my flows, I mean, I use Zapier, as I mentioned, for a few things, but here I do some things that are either Zoho specific or tie Zoho into something. But again, you don't have to use a Zoho source or application to be able to record, to be able to use this rather. It's got a host of different applications. We'll take a look at them in a second. So if I want to look at my CRM opportunity to new Dropbox folder, so what I've done here is, I manage all of my clients, everything in CRM, even when I do freelance work. So if I'm, picking up a job or somebody signs a contract with me, say on like Upwork or freelancer.com, I still will then create an account in CRM because then I can create a project and manage my things there, timelines that I share with the client, etc. So one of the things that I always like to do is, every time that an account or a deal within an account, right, switches to one, meaning okay, we signed it, it's done, ready to get to work. I want to create a Dropbox folder that gives me the ability. What that does for me is that I created with the name of the client, name of opportunity. I can then share it from within the project plan. I can share it from within different places, and it creates an easy one place that we can all just collaborate. I can give them files, they can give me files to import, etc. I've used Dropbox for probably, man, well over 15 years. It's my go-to. This could be true for Work Drive, for Google Drive, for OneDrive. All of those are available options within Zoho Flow. So the interface itself is drag and drop, right? So to show you an existing one, what I done here is I said every time within the module opportunities, and again, this doesn't have to be in Zoho CRM. I've actually set something up very similar for a client. I think it was 2 weeks ago. They use Salesforce. Similar thing. Actually, it was exact terminology as it happened. So, like, if an opportunity becomes not null, meaning don't give me BS or empty records, and the probability is 100%, only then do we, let me not break my flow, only then do we come to this condition. Now, what is this condition? This condition checks that if there is a change to a record, make sure that record happened, or this happened at the current date, and I'm getting this variable from here. So Zoho Flow kind of works off of variables and logic flows, which I think that's a bit of a difference from Zapier. In Zapier, you'll have, the platform, then the trigger. You can add conditions to that trigger, but setting variables is something you don't necessarily always have to do because they're set for you until you can't find the variable that you're looking for, and then it becomes very technical, overly complicated to create a variable of your own. In Zoho Flow, it doesn't work this way. In Zoho Flow, I can have a variable. The variable is date. I take the date from the system, current system date and time of the user. So today it's just me, myself, and I. As I start bringing on contractors, maybe in other countries, or maybe I'll bring a salesperson one day, they might be in a different time zone. It'll be according to their time. All right. We then create a folder, and the folder conditions, this is the cool part here. I'm deriving these variables from the previous trigger, meaning the trigger is the deal name. This comes directly from all my available triggers that Zoho CRM integration within Flow gives me. So again, think Salesforce, think Dynamics. You'll have the respective variables that go into those. That's the way it would work there. Okay. And yeah, so let's take a look here. Now, if I want to, just real quick to show you, create a brand new one. So let's explore the gallery and let's think of something fun. Let's think of about Outlook. All right. And here are the triggers. Email received, event created, like you got a calendar invite from someone. Okay, I'm going to choose that. My next one is, you noticed I checkmarked it. It's up here. Next one is I want to go to, let's call it OneDrive, or you know what, Google Sheet. All right. And this is the way that's going to work. So now it's going to give me some options. A lot of times you'll find that, it'll propose some things even with applications that aren't in scope for what you're trying to do, but it'll help narrow out or narrow down what you can do. So if you come in here and you say, okay, the flow name, we'll call it email to Google Sheet, and you can put a description, create it. Okay, and let's start configuring. So you go to configure, and we choose ourselves Outlook. Again, I kind of went the long way about it, guys. I'm sure everybody will find the easier way. Email received. Next. All right. Check the connection. Choose mail folder. So these are all my folders. I can even, if you have rules like going into a different folder, you can do that. All my stuff comes to inbox and I disseminate it from there. And I can say that it comes from, has attachment. Let's say the attachment is going to be in receive date and time. Actually, I like that more. And is equals, and you can say today's date, right? Or if you want to get something that came in later, you could just do it this way. Let's go ahead and remove that. And now I want to create row. You notice how you drag and drop, it'll connect it. I like the visual. Really, is one of the main reasons um, why I've always liked Zoho Flow in the way that it does it. Let's just do it simple. We'll do it in my own personal Gmail here. I actually use OneDrive for this business, but I do also have a Google Drive for other things. And we'll choose just a quick thing, trip itinerary. All right. Which worksheet? Ticket entrance. Great. Now, these are the two columns that I've got in my Excel or my Google Sheet that I'm trying to do here. Now, from the email received, I can take, say, the sent date and time, and under the attraction column, I can put the body email, which would be in the preview. Dun. Here we go. Preview. Done. You will want to test your flows, guys. That I can tell you from experience, having learned the very hard way. When you test it, it's going to give you, this XML sort of output. No need to worry yourselves with this. It's just showing you what it derived from based on your triggers. Okay. And the output, correct, success. It inputted it. That's it. And if I go to my Google Sheet, let's just do that real quick. Okay. And I look at my most recent updates. You see that this trip itinerary was modified by me. And in this one here, it added hi Tal. Thank you for signing into your Mac device. That's the test that Zoho pulled from a test email. It actually is pretty cool and it works super fast. If you have any questions on this, again, I am finding myself going well above the 5 minutes, but I think it attracts people because they see it and then they continue watching, hopefully, watching me fumble through this. We will be still doing more tests, so just know that by participating in the Spiritech YouTube watching, you are an active and willing participant of me just guinea pigging different ways of long-term producing this YouTube channel, really. Today we're trying Zoom. I like the video. I have to remove my name. Any additional input, comments, feedback, please, guys, good and bad. Let me have it. Let me hear it. I'd love to. As mentioned, I'll put the links below that are relevant. And I will see you all next time. Thank you.